Hi.
Hello. I am in Mountain Home, Idaho today, and I'm with Charles. The Corolla is up in the air. We're gonna be doing a little bit of work on this exhaust that me and Caleb so hurriedly threw together. He's the first to admit that it's not very good, so Charles saw it and was not excited.
We all gotta start somewhere.
If you guys remember, we built the side exit here, and then the side exit just ended up being too loud. So me and Caleb kind of threw this together. I was there, so. I think we could do a little better job at this. What do you think?
Yeah.
I think Charles can do a little better job at this.
I think we can.
But that's not the main reason I'm here. The main reason is because, like you guys saw last time I was down here, built the manifold for this car, and we never built a jig. So Charles hasn't been able to produce them because he doesn't have a beams laying around. So
Yeah. We have like, I think 6 or 7 orders for the beams header. So we're gonna be shipping all that stuff out on September 15th. We did a whole pre-order sale and stuff like that, and a ton of people were into it. So we're gonna pull this off, make a jig for it, and then crank out those, maybe make a couple extra. And then, so if you guys want one, just go on my Instagram or my website, cindertrackfabrication.com or cindertrackfab.com, or my Instagram at cindertrackfab.
I'll have the website in the description if you want to just go down there and click on that.
Yeah, we got to get this off, get it jigged up, and then while we're at it, we're gonna probably do a couple more things.
Also, someone you guys know and are familiar with is coming to Mountain Home today to check out the Skyline and see if he would like to have it again. It's pretty beat up, obviously. It got smashed into. But if there's anyone that I know can revive a car out of pure love for it, it's Jonas and his dad. So if they want it, they're gonna take it for as much as I bought it back from insurance for. And that'll be the end of my story with this car. And if they don't want to buy it, if they end up thinking it's too much work or whatever, which I would totally understand because it's pretty fucked, then I'm gonna try to revive it. And either way, I'm okay with the outcome. So, looking for a 7/16 ratcheting wrench.
There you go.
That's what you gotta do whenever you're at a new shop. Check every single drawer. Yeah, why don't you give us a little tour?
Yeah, so we've done a lot of stuff since the last couple times you guys have been down. New toolbox organized, we got some new storage organized, bolt pins. We obviously got the lift last time you guys were here.
They set up an apartment for me.
Yeah, Q's got his own apartment now. So it's like his little crash pad.
That's where I slept last night.
We got 3 welding stations now, and then 3 TIG welders. Just picked up a lathe the other day. So now we have pretty much like a full machine shop. Got all our engines organized now, so we're not looking like a bunch of idiots. Yeah, it's really coming a long way. So,
yeah.
Coming up big.
It's beautiful.
I'm loving it. That's the most ridiculous setup you could have grabbed. And it's not gonna work because it's not a deep well.
Okay, exhaust is out of the car, and we're gonna lower it down, and then we're taking the manifold off now? Yep.
And then we're gonna get jiggy with it.
Yeah.
Aquafina. That's my shit.
Damn, that's kind of a cool shot right there. Oops. Alright, well, if you missed the video where we built this, here it is.
Yeah, she got a little tarnished.
Yeah. Engine bay's pretty clean still, though.
Yeah, that's good. This looks great.
Yeah. My battery cable snapped again, so I'm gonna have to do something different. Probably when I was hitting the toge on the way here.
The toge. We should go rip bogus.
I was thinking that.
That'd be awesome. Yeah. This is like the best time of year to do it, dude.
Me and Charles were just talking about how expensive drifting is and how counterproductive to life it is.
We were saying like what normal 20-something-year-old person spends $1,200 on a Sunday to go do their hobby.
And it's just completely normal for us to do that.
And I was talking about how it's like a love-hate relationship. Like I wouldn't have any of this stuff if it wasn't for drifting, but at the same time, drifting is like, even for me, like I make plenty of money and it's too much fucking money, you know? Like,
yeah. And just think about like the kids who are fresh out of like high school and shit, putting all their fucking money into it.
And I mean, I say live your passion, like
do it if you want.
Yeah, do it for sure, but
make it work.
I think there reaches a point in your life where you're like, after I've been drifting since 2009, you know, after like 11 years of drifting, I don't even want to think about how much money I spent.
And it's only gotten more expensive over time.
Oh God, yeah. Like we were talking about how you used to be able to just go and dig tires out of the dumpster and fucking go have fun with your friends. But now, like, that's not even reasonably acceptable. Like, you won't really get to hang with any of your friends because all your friends have brand new tires and 500 horsepower drift cars and roll cages and huge angle kits. And, you know, back in the day I had like a 200 horsepower SR and I throw 15-inch like $40 takeoffs on there, and I drift on those for like 30 laps. And I put like a quarter tank of shit 91 gas in there. Now I buy like 110 octane race fuel. I have like, you know, 255s just to like go and feel like I'm having fun. It's insane.
Our minds have been corrupted.
Yeah. Look at that fitment. Everybody was like, why didn't you make it really high rise and all this blah blah? Well, that's why, because I just took it out in 5 seconds. This thing looks like it held up really good. And this is the OE flange that we just...
Yeah, like, this is straight off the original...
Yeah, we just cut it off.
Manifold.
All the ones that we built, or we're building, all have CNC flanges too, so that'll be sick. Building a jig is actually pretty straightforward. You're going to want a nice flat base. This is actually a big piece of 1-inch steel, so... not gonna warp or pull, and that's a big thing. These flanges, when you put a bunch of heat into them, are gonna pull and warp. So you want to be able to bolt it down to something that's gonna stay flat. And especially since we do what's called like production level, you know, manufacturing, you have to have something that's gonna be durable. We've actually redid a bunch of our jigs, kind of made them extra cool because we're trying to be extra. We made new jigs, but we used like Schedule 10 runners as the jig just to be funky and weird and cool. So.
It's like this. We
oh yeah.
We didn't show the camera this yet.
Yeah. So when we a couple months back when we were starting to build a lot of 2J stuff, the guy commented on my post and it really irked me. He's like, that wastegate is too far away from the manifold. It's gonna crack and break off. And I was like, dude, I'm pretty sure that 2-pound wastegate is not gonna break this tube off. And he just went on this rant, and I was like, I am guaranteeing you that I could hang off one of these. And then I got this like light bulb, ding, and I was like, dude, let's make a pull-up bar that has the wastegates as the pull-up part. And so then we did. What we need to do though is grab some of our transfer punches, and we're gonna transfer punch these hole locations into this big chunk of steel. We're gonna take this over to the mill, and then we're gonna drill.
Drill at the mill?
Drill at the mill. You're my mill drill. We're gonna drill them out and tap them, and then once we drill them and tap them, we'll start to come up with our location for this.
So this piece was just a little too big, unnecessary stuff over here, so we're gonna cut it down a little bit. Charles made this cool clamp that he was showing me.
I machined that whole thing. I machined this. I machined this. I machined this gland nut. I used this Acme screw. I machined this bracket and this pallet, or this thread. I did all of it. I'm a machinist.
Boom, there it is, shorter.
Right there, right there, right there, right there, right there. Manifolds.
What?
I can't work over here. I gotta move all these thousands of dollars worth of manifolds.
Let me help you, senor.
1,000? 2,000? I drilled and tapped and countersunk all these holes on the mill, and now we do this on purpose actually. Make the holes a little small so we don't have any fitment or binding issues. And then you basically take a paint marker, or you can take machinist glue dye, and you glue dye the outline of this. And then when you go put the flange back on, you just line the outline. Wear eyeglasses. That's how a lathe works. You gotta turn it by hand. This is aluminum.
Oh, you making a film? Sorry about it.
Ready? Go!
Is that a hiccup?
During the Bronze Age,
Dude, you should hire me. You don't gotta pay electricity.
you'd be so fit. So we're gonna turn this down to fit that inner diameter of that V-band. We'll make this into a little V-band block. And then we're gonna, on the back side of it, we're gonna drill and tap holes. If you're into machining parts that you use for your own shit, you should DM me on Instagram.
I like to talk to other non-professional machinists. It's good in fixture. Damn. That ass.
Hey guys, so basically that's how you make a jig.
We still got to add a couple more things. We're gonna make the sides that bolt in here, and then I'm gonna make those uprights.
Nothing much left to do. Today we're gonna get the exhaust back on the Corolla, and Jonas and his dad are stopping by to talk a little bit of stuff about the Skyline. I'm gonna throw this thing on the lift again. Soon, this will become this.
These. I actually made this pretty smart. I didn't realize how smart it was until just now. When you go to take the manifold off, this will stay in position. You take the 2 screws out, and you'll be able to slide it off the top. I didn't intend for that. It just happened.
Happy little mistakes.
Happy mistakes.
So we kind of previously talked about it. Let me turn off this music first. We talked about this little before, or yesterday, little time ago before. But Charles is just gonna clean these welds up a little bit because Caleb was in a rush when he did these, and we were under the car and we didn't really have a good place to do it. And we figured that doing this would probably make it stronger and better, so.
Yeah, make it a little more resilient.
Yeah. So you don't need any more than just this, huh?
For these thinner wall manifolds, no, because they're just, this is so much thicker. These aren't going to be able to pull this direction. Now, like on our other manifolds that are made out of this thicker wall, when you weld stainless, it shrinks or it pulls. But with thinner wall stuff, it's not nearly as strong of a pull as on the heavier wall stuff. So I just fusion welded this really quick, it's just a jig, so it doesn't have to be nice, and we didn't back purge it, and we didn't do anything special.
Too much veracity. Okay, we got the Skyline in here. There it is, up on the lift. It's not my car anymore, it's Jonas's car. It is Jonas's car again. I was trying to figure out like what I wanted to do with it, and I was posting on Instagram trying to find parts for it. Why isn't this focusing? Instagram, and then Jonas was like, hey, what are you doing with the car? And I was like, well, I'm trying to rebuild it, go back down to Idaho and work on it a little bit. And Jonas was like, well, me and my dad kind of want to buy it back. If there's any way we can do that, then let's work out a deal. We ended up working out a deal, long story short. And Jonas is here now, bought the Skyline back, and he brought a truck and trailer to take it back to his place. But when he got here, we started talking and bullshitting, and we kind of devised a plan to where Charles is going to work on the car, cut off the whole front end, get it straightened because he knows a guy who can straighten the frame. Jonas is going to come down here and help Charles do some stuff and kind of work as an intern possibly with Charles, so that's cool. I mean, the only way that I would have let it get out of my hands is back into Jonas's hands, and that's where it is now. So yeah, it kind of went full circle. I crashed it, I built the Corolla, and now it's going back. I'm excited for them to get it. What do you guys think?
I'm stoked, dude. Skyline's back. Like, yeah, all the stuff's working out. It's pretty good.
It's completely, unbelievably different than what we thought was going to happen today.
That's what I was just saying.
Nothing even remotely resembles what I expected. We thought we were going to roll this thing on, turn around, and leave. Yeah. It's more complicated than that.
It's kind of what happened.
I think it's better. No, I didn't say it was worse or better. It is better.
It is more complicated.
But it's also much more complicated.
Yeah. But these guys got to go because they've got a long drive back home, and we've already been bullshitting for like 3.5 hours. So
I got a lot of beers.
Skyline's back to Jonas, and like I was saying earlier, happy that it could go back to you guys. If it couldn't go back to you guys, then I would have done something with it and tried to rebuild it myself. But in the long run, I'm happy that you guys are getting it back.